What's up, champs? Welcome to today's video. My name is Trevor Peterson. I'm a full-time 7-figure Amazon seller, and today I'm going to save your life and I'm going to take the stress of accounting and bookkeeping off of your plate. This is something that a lot of Amazon sellers face, a lot of e-commerce sellers, entrepreneurs, small business owners deal with. Their accounting, their bookkeeping. How do you track your expenses? How do you make sure you know that you're profitable? How do you file your taxes? How do you do this stuff? And a lot of times it stresses new business owners, and I was in the same situation. I did not know what to do, and so today I finally found the solution, and I'm going to show you step by step how to delegate bookkeeping to someone else that is not going to break the bank. And it's not A2X, it's not QuickBooks, it's not Fetcher, it's not Helium 10 Profits, it's something even better. So I'm really excited about today's video, and before we dive into it, I just want to welcome everyone that is new to the channel. If you guys have not yet subscribed, go down and smash the subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. It would really help me out. And I just want to say thank you guys, and without further ado, let's dive into the video. Okay, so I want to start off by telling you guys a story so that you guys learn from my mistakes and you don't make the same mistake that I just barely made, okay? It's a disaster. I'm embarrassed to even explain what happened to me, but there's two morals to the story, and I'll kind of break it down. So 2019, I scaled my business. I was doing really well, and one thing that I did not do well was bookkeeping, keeping track of my expenses, accounting, and all of that stuff. It was something that stressed me out. It was something that I was like, I'll do it later, and at the end of the year, it came tax season, January. I go to my CPA and I'm like, hey, I need to file my taxes. So I give him my stuff. And long story short, it took him a ton of time to go through and basically file my taxes for me because I did not do it for the previous year. So instead of it costing me $500 for him to file my taxes, it ended up costing me over $2,000 for him to take his time to get everything organized and prepared. So that was the first lesson. I did a horrible job of tracking my expenses, and I wasn't doing it properly. I was using software tools that was basically useless, and it wasn't helping me. So Fetcher, Helium 10 Profits, those aren't necessarily accounting software tools, and I learned that the hard way. So that's the first thing that I learned, is don't be using these software tools that you think are just going to solve your problem, because it didn't. I learned the hard way. Don't do that. The second thing that I learned is I wasn't tracking all of my expenses, and these softwares weren't either. There's a lot of FBA fees, a lot of other expenses that I was unaccounted for, and at the end of the year, that was a total of $40,000 that I should have written off. And I'm going to amend my tax return, which basically means I'm gonna go back to the government and say, hey, I actually didn't make that much. I need to subtract $40,000, and that's going to put $12,000 of tax savings in my pocket. At a 30% tax bracket, $40,000 is about $12,000. So I made that massive mistake. So those two mistakes, literally, if I wouldn't have caught that, and if I wouldn't have had to pay my CPA that much money, that's $15,000 that I literally just wasted because I didn't do my bookkeeping properly, and I wasn't tracking the things that I should have been tracking. So it's been a nightmare, and I know there's a lot of Amazon sellers that are in the same situation. So what I want to do is break down a new solution. And like I said, it's not A2X, it's not QuickBooks, it's not Fetcher, it's not Helium 10 Profits. It's a better tool that's even cheaper, and I'm gonna show you. So the first thing that I wanna point out is, obviously, you trying to do it yourself, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of headache and hassle. You're gonna come tax season, you're gonna end up paying your CPA a lot more than you should have, when it should have just been done right, and doing it right isn't going to break the bank. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what that is. So we're going to come over here and dive into my screen, and as you guys can see, this is A2X, and I just want to show you guys the pricing plans of the different alternative softwares that you could be using to keep your bookkeeping and accounting in track. And a lot of people were telling me, oh, use A2X, so it's going to cost me $69 a month depending on how many orders, so between $69 to $139 every single month, and then you need QuickBooks to integrate into that, and my plan was $70, so just those two services was over $150, and that's not including someone doing it for me. I still have to go and think and worry about it and decide, okay, how do I categorize this, or how do I do this, or how do I do that? It's stressful. So I had those two, and then also there's Fetcher or Helium 10 Profits, which are great tools just to know your profitability, but for accounting purposes and to file taxes, it is not the solution, and it's something that you really can't do. I like being able to see the profits on a daily basis. Yes, that's great, but don't do it for accounting. So these three services, A2X, QuickBooks, and Fetcher, I was using, and that's basically like $300 I was paying every single month, and my accounting was still not done. I still had bookkeeping to do. I had to go every single week or every single month and do the accounting. And the sad part was I wasn't even doing it. So I was paying for these software services and I wasn't even doing my accounting. And yeah, I could pay someone to go do it. And let's say it takes someone, I hire someone, it takes them 2-3 hours a week. So let's say 8 hours a month at $25 an hour. That's what, $300 or whatever the math adds up to be. So between these tools, hiring someone to do it, $600 to $1,000-ish to get my bookkeeping done per month. I could do that, but there's a better solution, and it's right here. And I'm so glad, and you guys can hear it in my voice, I'm very passionate about this because this is something that I've been stressed out about. I've struggled with it, and now I have the solution, and you guys need to do this, because if you don't, you're going to make the same mistakes that I made, and I don't want you guys to make those mistakes. So right here, the solution is called Bench. They do all the bookkeeping for you at an affordable price, and I'm going to show you guys the prices that they have, and it's kind of crazy how they offer what they do. But basically they handle your entire bookkeeping 100% on autopilot. I don't have to think about it. When I wake up every single month, I know that it's getting done, and at the end of the year they prepare all the profit and loss, the income statements, everything, and they send it directly to my CPA, and I don't have to think about it. And that's why I love it. So what I did is I signed up for the service. I took 3 phone calls. The first was a discovery call, kind of explaining my business, and what's cool is they specialize in e-commerce and Amazon FBA businesses. So they know exactly how Amazon FBA fees work. They know exactly how the business is structured. And a lot of CPA and accounting and bookkeeping firms don't quite understand that, and they specialize in this. And it's affordable. So that is the best thing about it. And right here, you can click on the link down below. I'll dive into a little bit more depth, but you're basically going to start a free trial. So you get 1 month free of bookkeeping. They're going to go back, they're going to do your bookkeeping, and they're going to tell you basically kind of where you're at and what plan you're going to be at. So right here are the different plans. So there's a starter, there's a micro, boutique, venture, and the highest is corporate. And you're going to see that it's monthly at $139 if you pay month to month. If you pay annually, you're obviously going to get a better deal. But you're looking at the highest you'd ever pay if you paid month to month was $300. And that is 100% on autopilot, where these other services, A2X, QuickBooks, Fetcher, it's not done for you, and you still have to go and do it or hire someone. And this is just basically throwing it on someone else's plate and saying, hey, I'm going to pay you $200 or whatever it adds up to be. I'm going to pay you $200 a month, and you just do it. I don't want to deal with it. So that's what I did. I signed up, did the discovery call. The next, I signed up for the actual service. Then the third call is I talked with my bookkeeper, and I gave them access to my PayPal accounts, my Amazon reports, my bank statements, my credit card, and now they can access that information. Obviously it's private. You don't give them access to everything. They can't transfer funds. They can't hack your account. It's just basically they have access to download the reports so that they can do your accounting for you. So I got that set up. So literally 3 calls, 45 minutes each, less than 3 hours. And now I don't ever have to worry about it for the entire year, next 2 years, 3 years. And I plan to be using this service forever because it's just done for me. So it's super easy. And as you guys can see, it's it's the pricing is kind of ridiculous, and they base it off your monthly expenses. So that's why I was saying you start with a free trial. They do the free trial, and then they tell you, okay, you had $10,000 of expenses, and if you did, then you would be in the boutique plan, which is $162 a month if you do that annually, or $179 if you do month to month. If you're higher, I mean, if you have a bunch of expenses, then up to $1 million, then you're the corporate, and it's only $300. So it's, like I said, it's not going to break the bank. It's super affordable and it's super easy. And then the best part about it is if you use my link down below. So as a friend of Bench, you get 20% off your first 6 months of bookkeeping. So if you use my link, you're going to get 20% off for the first 6 months. You're going to get 1 month free, and you're going to see how much you love the service. And then obviously you can decide, okay, do I want to keep going with this? And you'd be crazy not to, because you don't have to think about it. So it's super cool. And another thing that I love about it is it's very similar to a QuickBooks Fill. They have an app that you can download, and you can see all of the profit and losses, the income statements. You can see exactly what they're doing. And I'll show you right here. Let's go over to the screenshots that I took. So this is a screenshot of my account. So it's very similar looking to QuickBooks. You have your income statement. It shows you the sales revenue, return allowances, other income, gross profit, weighting, category expenses. Then it has the balance sheet right here. This is the summary. And then the balance sheet right here, it shows everything. So on the summary page, it shows the top 10 expenses. It shows January, February, March. They haven't quite done February or March. They did January already, and so I had them backtrack my expenses, and so they're working on that as we speak. And then right here, like I mentioned, they have an app that shows you the profit and loss and everything. So it is super, super convenient. It's automated, and all you need to do is you go to that link. You type in your name, your email, start the free trial. They're going to book a consultation call with you. And if you don't want to sign up, you don't have to sign up, but they're just going to kind of run you through the process. Is it a good fit for you? What are you trying to get accomplished? And then they'll do the 1 month bookkeeping for free. And then that's when you decide whether or not you want to sign up. So it's super, super cool. And as you guys can see, I'm just kind of going crazy because I'm so excited to share this with you, because this is something that has stressed me out. I've made mistakes, $40,000 of mistakes. That's horrible. Now I know a professional bookkeeper is going to do this at an affordable price, and I'm not going to have that mistake. So that alone pays for Bench literally for the next 10 years. $12,000, that is a huge mistake. And then not to mention they're going to save me on additional tax savings. And the best part, I don't have to worry about it ever. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you implement this. Go use the link, take advantage of the 20% off for the first 6 months. You get 1 month free. It's an absolute no-brainer if you own a business, if you're a small business owner, drop shipper, Amazon seller, anything. Have a professional do your bookkeeping, and it's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of headache, and a lot of money in the long run. So I promise, don't make the mistake that I did. Learn from me. Don't do it the hard way, and delegate it to someone that knows what they're doing. Promise, it's going to be the biggest game changer. And another cool thing about this is the video that I did just a few days ago talking about Veriship, you getting the reimbursements from Amazon, that alone should pay for this service. So essentially you're getting it for free, you're using Veriship, and if you guys haven't watched that video, go watch that video I just posted a few days ago talking about how Amazon owes you money, and you guys need to be doing that. You do this, and just this alone will save you thousands of dollars. I've seen it, and you're going to see it too. So if you guys enjoyed, like the video, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I just want to say thank you guys, and we will see you in the next video.